Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, and I'm going to call this a Make It Messy Monday. Start of a new month. If you're trying to keep your Define My Day book along a monthly schedule, like the first of the month is your first book, I don't recommend that. If you're doing it that way, you might be doing it a little bit wrong, but it's okay. If you're using the process and adapting it for yourself, that's okay. And that's kind of where I'm going with this Monday morning session. It's okay to make it messy. It's okay to not do it perfect. It's okay if you don't follow the process one day. It's okay if you don't get your stuff done today. What is most important is consistently coming back and improving every day. I do not do it perfectly. I don't. I didn't write in my book these past 2 days. I'm actually a little bit ashamed of that because I should be the one doing it. But my priorities were sort of my priorities from Friday night on. Spend time with my boys, do what I needed to do in some personal things we have going on, and clean the house. Those were my priorities every day. So I knew what it was. Now, I didn't go through the mindset practices. I did do my disciplines. So I did my meditation and I did all the things that are in my disciplines. But this weekend was messy. And to be honest with you, a lot of times are messy. I live my life by this process, but that doesn't mean that I'm strict and rigid and routine every day. I just keep coming back to it every day and trying to make a little bit of progress. And you have to allow yourself the same thing. You're not going to be, especially if you're new to this, you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to look at every day and go, yeah, nailed it. Life happens. Things get in the way. Things pop up. It happens. And that's okay, right? We just want to keep coming back. We're going to get, if we're looking at that destination where we want to go, right? That place where we want to ultimately be in life. The ideal relationships, the ideal job, the ideal retirement, the ideal house, all of the things that you want are at the down the road, right? And imagine yourself on that road. And things are going to keep pulling you off that road. Distractions, relationships, job opportunities, financial struggles, the coronavirus. Like, things are going to pull you away from this road that you're on. And your goal is to keep going, okay, good to see you. Hey, how you doing? And then get back on the road. Or heal that bum ankle that's hobbling you and then get back on the road. You got to keep running the race. And the process of being intentional with your priorities every day is the practice that keeps you in that race, on that path. And then the twist of this whole story is that destination, that finish line, you never reach it until you're gone, until your time is up, right? You never reach that finish line. It's like look just over the horizon, and like you keep the thing you're looking for keeps coming forward, and then you reach it and you're like, oh, there's still so much more road. There's still so much more track. So then it just keeps coming toward you, and there's all these things that keep coming toward you, and you reach them and you're like, oh, there's still so much more. So all we're doing with this whole process is just practicing staying on that road, right? So make it messy. I mean, sometimes there's mud puddles, sometimes there's bumps, sometimes there's major construction, but that's okay. That's okay. And sometimes you're going to feel beat up. That's okay. On my plate today, so I actually got on the scale today. I haven't gotten on the scale in a couple of weeks, and I'm gonna have to look and see what my progress, my trend has been. But I've lost 7 pounds from my high weight earlier, probably a month ago, and I'm working out. Although I haven't worked out, like, my schedule's been too crazy. I have not been able to get to the gym this week, which we're gonna rectify. So that's part of making it messy, right? But I've been on I've had like 2 rules. I've kind of created barriers for myself, or 2 rules with my diet. And one is listen to what my stomach is telling me, like listen to my body. I read in that willpower book that I'm always referencing, that we are trained to not listen to our bodies. When we're kids, we're told to, I don't know, I was told, finish your dinner, finish your plate. Even when you're not hungry, finish your dinner. And that's discarding that message that your body's saying, I'm not hungry anymore, right? And then when we go on diets, we're not listening to our body then either, right? Because we're hungry and we're not listening to our body. We're saying we're not listening. We're training ourselves to not listen to it again the opposite way. So what I've been trying to do is pay more attention to my body. When my body says, well, so part of that's eating slower. My body says, I'm done, then I'm done. And that habit of shoving food in my face I'm breaking that habit. I'm also breaking that habit by not putting myself in those situations, by either not having food in the house or not sitting down to watch TV. That also helps to break that habit. And the second rule is to fill up with vegetables. And so that has been, it was a challenge in the very beginning. But what I'll do is I'll keep fresh vegetables on hand. I'll try to always on Sunday make a salad, although I didn't have time to do it yesterday. I will do it today. Have a salad on hand. So anytime I'm feeling a hunger pain, I grab some vegetables and try to fill up on vegetables first. That doesn't mean I'm eating or not eating other things, but I do try to make it predominantly vegetables first. So either have the salad available, we have roasted veggies available usually, or worst case scenario, like Bird's Eye frozen vegetables you can buy in the freezer case for $1 a piece when they're on sale. So mixed vegetables, broccoli. They have a protein blend that I've been eating also as like my only lunch. So it's like 270 to 350 calories per bag, and it's got beans and all sorts of protein plus kale and all the stuff that, like kale I don't like, but everything else is pretty good. And so I'll do that for lunch as like my only thing for lunch, and it's worked out pretty well. Obviously I feel like I didn't even feel like I was dieting, but I lost weight, so that was nice, a pretty good feeling. And then the last sort of quasi rule I have is no grains. So that I don't count this as a rule, but it's like I'm trying to avoid eating anything with grain, like starch, like simple sugars, like simple, like processed, like crackers or bread or anything like that. But then also I've been avoiding like white rice. I've been avoiding like the bad starchy stuff, focusing more on farro and good grains, brown rice. Been eating quinoa a lot. So trying to make sure I'm eating more of that. But like last night I had a ribeye steak, so I'm not eating like a boring, whatever. But I'll tell you, if you guys have a Fresh Thyme in your area, the cauliflower pizza at Fresh Thyme is the best cauliflower pizza I've ever had. If you've ever tried to eat cauliflower pizza, it tastes like cardboard generally. And we've tried them from every place. And so Friday night, it's Lent here, and while I'm not the most religious person in the world, we try to follow the guidelines on Fridays. So my boys and I made a margarita pizza from Fresh Thyme on Friday, and we liked it. So we went back to Fresh Thyme on Saturday to get more, and we were looking for it and we couldn't find it. It's because it was a cauliflower pizza. We didn't even realize it. It was that good. So that's a nice substitute for pizza. Now, I still like a regular pizza, but it was good. It'll do. It'll do, donkey. How is your week going? How's your week going? I want to know, drop in the comments. If you watch this video, drop in the comments. What is the one thing you're going to do today? That you're going to do it, whether it's messy or not. You're going to just do it. You're going to get it done. What's that one thing? I want to see I want to see who's watching the video to the end. And I want to see who is going to make a commitment to themselves to get this one thing done today, no matter how messy it is. What's the one thing you're going to get done today? All right. Have a great day. Define your day to define your life. Keep moving forward. Let's go, no matter how messy it gets. I'll talk to you later.